Yesterday we saw Nikon's latest digital SLR, the D60. Now this morning I'm here with Steve Heiner, Senior Technical Manager for Nikon, to look at their line of Coolpix consumer cameras and see some new additions to that lineup. Steve, what can you tell me about them?
Dave, we've got a great selection of brand new Coolpix models at almost every price range, and a great deal of selection in terms of features and benefits. For instance, let me start with the new Coolpix S210. This is an ultra slim camera, very, very small, has a 3x optical zoom. It'll come in 4 different colors now. We've got a plum color, a cool blue, a brushed chrome, and a graphite black color. So these are going to really offer, I think, a very wide selection to people who, of course, everybody wants color in their life, and now this is going to be very popular. So this is a great compact camera, fits in your pocket very easily, 8 megapixels, so it makes nice big images for enlargement or creative cropping, whatever you like to do. We've also got a new camera called the S520. This is a great little 8 megapixel camera. It comes in an all metal body, also available in various color. It's a really nice camera with a nice big LCD on the back of it. This one has a very sleek finish to it. It's also a 3x optical zoom, and of course, most importantly, all of these cameras have our Nikkor glass optics in the lens, which we believe is very important in getting good sharp photographs. The next one is really exciting. The S550 Coolpix is a very unique camera in that it has a brand new feature called smile detection. This is a mode where you can actually place the camera in a scene mode where it can detect a smile and automatically fire the camera. Let's see if I can actually do this demo for the camera. And it takes my picture just like that. I don't have to press the button, so if you're having trouble timing taking a picture when someone's at the right expression, now the camera will actually trigger when it recognizes a smile. This is a great 10 megapixel camera also.
That's really interesting. So it doesn't, you don't have to prime it by pushing the button. You just set it in that mode, and as soon as it sees a smile, it takes the picture.
Exactly.
The
subject actually shoots the picture.
These things are getting so advanced, I think next year I'm just going to be able to send my camera on vacation and stay home.
That wouldn't be fair. Well, this also has another feature called blink detection, where if you're shooting group shots or family pictures, a lot of times people don't notice until they actually download their photographs that someone has their eyes closed in a picture. Here, this can actually detect, since it has face recognition software in it, it can actually detect if someone has their eyes closed. So it gives you the opportunity to save that picture or erase that picture so that you have an opportunity to shoot another one before you leave that situation. So great little camera for that. Then the next is the Coolpix S600. This is probably one of the fastest cameras on the market. It has an incredibly fast startup time. By just pressing the button, you can see how fast this camera will start up. It also has an active child mode, where the camera can actually focus on a given subject and track that subject even as fast as it can possibly run around the frame. Just like an active child can, this can actually follow that subject anywhere in the frame and maintain perfect focus on the subject. This is also a 10 megapixel camera. It has a 5x optical zoom and comes in a really nice metal finish. So it's a very stylish camera.
It's interesting. You were showing me before, too, that it's not dependent, the child tracking is not dependent on seeing the child's face. You can just lock in on their jumpsuit or something.
Correct.
And it follows the color and shape rather than specific facial features.
The metering system in the camera, because it's a multi-segment meter, actually uses those individual pixels in the metering sensor to detect the shape and the color of a particular subject when you initiate this mode, so that if that subject moves or your composition moves, it will stay locked on to that subject for a period of time, giving you plenty of opportunity to shoot that picture without the subject fleeting away.
Well, that's so smart. It's one of those things that seem obvious when someone mentions it, when somebody initially has the idea, but you took Nikon to figure that out.
And it's very, very fast too. So we're sure that it's going to work for any active child for sure.
And you have a new higher end model, a performance model here as well.
Yes, Dave. We just introduced the new Coolpix P60, which is in our performance line of Coolpix cameras, which are usually exemplified by a little bit higher level of manual control. For someone who's a little more interested in their photography, wants to take a little more manual control. It also has a little bit larger form factor than a lot of our Coolpix cameras, which gives the customer a lot more to hold on to. It also will accommodate AA batteries. That's part of the reason for the form factor. It's very battery economical too, at about 700 shots on a pair of AA lithium batteries, so very efficient in that regard. And it does have a program and a manual mode, so somebody who really wants to get interested and make some changes to the settings on their camera, this is very easy to do that. This is a 5x optical zoom. It's also got VR, full optical VR, and sells for $249. So it's a very affordable camera for somebody to get into a little bit higher level Coolpix camera in terms of our performance grade models. So.
Well, that's great. So in this, it has all the scene modes of the lower end models, so somebody can start out as a beginner with this camera and have the advantage of all the scene modes, and yet when as their skills mature, they can step up into manual control of it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly a camera you can grow with, but it's still as easy as any of our Coolpixes to operate. That's
great. And what can you tell us about price and availability when these will start showing up in the marketplace?
Okay, all of these cameras will start shipping in early March. We're talking $249 for the P60. For the S600, $299. For the S550, also $299. This right here, the S520, will sell for $229. And the S210 that we were talking about, the ultra slim camera, will sell for $179. So it's an incredible value.
Well, that's great. Great lineup, great looking lineup. Can't wait to get them in the lab and test them out. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Thank you, Dave.